Hello and welcome to the second match of TCW action, and walking down the ring, Blade Runner Rock, aka the Ultimate Warrior, who will be teaming with his Blade Runner partner, the man they call Sting, aka Blade Runner Flash. A friendship that goes deep into their historic past, long before they had ever won individual titles. And now we get to see them tag once again as they face what industry insiders are calling the new Orient Express 2. We saw Nakamura tag with Naito rather, last week in a losing effort to the Hart brothers. But now he has found Okada and is hoping that this new tag team, the new Orient Express 2, can gain the traction they need to win title gold in TCW. Sting making fast work. This should be a very interesting matchup. I'm very much looking forward to, as always, anytime you get a match with the champ, you're looking to get a pinfall victory over him. I mean, a win is a win, but a win over the champ means a lot and could potentially have you facing him in a match for that title. And the last matchup was a match in which 4 of our up-and-coming, promising, exciting talents could prove themselves to get a title shot. I certainly think that all 4 proved themselves, but Muta and Piper more than anyone, and we will likely see them face each other to put an end to that matchup as it went to a time limit draw. The first we have seen in TCW, likely won't be the last. And again, we've seen this happen last week with Okada's, or rather Nakamura's tag team, the new Orient Express, the first edition. 2 very iconic single stars who don't have, I wouldn't say chemistry, but experience, going up against 2 very experienced tag wrestlers. Now, I wouldn't bill necessarily Sting or Flash and the Ultimate Warrior or The Rock as tag wrestlers per se, but they have tag experience with each other and chemistry. And I think that will definitely play a large factor in tonight's matchup. It's going to be some odds that Okada and Shinsuke are going to have to overcome. Not to say that they won't. Sting's still got to be riding the high of week 1's title victory. I'm sure he's also glad that he's not putting the title up for grabs immediately afterwards, as regardless of the outcome of tonight's match, he will be walking home still champion. But again, while the promoter might have ideas for who he wants to face Sting for the title, if he's to get pinned here, either Okada or Nakamura might earn themselves a title chance or a title match. Regardless, the Blade Runners are riding high. I mean, how convenient would it be if Warrior were to go the whole way to the finals of the World Heavyweight, aka the Ultimate Title Tournament, and win, and then for the Blade Runners to go on and face another tag team for the tag titles and control all the gold in TCW. Certainly likely. Nakamura and Okada, certainly any wrestling fan would not downplay their accomplishments or underestimate them. Despite their lack of tag experience together, I wouldn't count them out of this matchup or any matchup, as Okada has a Boston Crab applied to the Ultimate Warrior. A nice double drop kick there. And it looks like Okada trying to apply a choke, and Sting follows it up with a headlock of his own. Look at that double clothesline. And a nice clothesline there by the Warrior. They are just trying to wear each other down. A nice short clothesline there. Okada doesn't even let it get a one count. Very eerily reminiscent of a Rainmaker, and he lands it again. Look at the strength we've seen this time and time again from the Warrior. And kudos to him for having perhaps one of the best matchups against Antonio Inoki, the founder of New Japan Pro Wrestling, the promotion that put Okada and Nakamura on the map, as he lands a tombstone, a spinning tombstone, and he's probably going, he lands another one. And Warrior has to tag Sting in. He certainly looked worse for wear. So I'd have to say Okada won that matchup. And look at the strength of Sting. Certainly two athletes in their prime. Nakamura going to try to break this one up, and he does. And look at that back heel to the back of Sting's head. Can Okada or Nakamura score a pinfall victory over the champ? I'm sure that's all the motivation the new Orient Express 2 needed coming into this matchup. We could see another time limit draw here, as these two tags look very evenly matched, but Sting might end it here. Shinsuke's gonna have to hurry to get toward, oh goodness gracious, Okada barely kicks out. He looked like he was gonna get the upper hand there. He landed the maneuver on the Warrior. A bridging German there. Okada, highly touted and for good reason. He is one of the most technically skilled workers in wrestling today. But Sting and Warrior, so high energy and electrifying in the ring. They could be a handful to deal with. And Sting still wants a piece of Okada. He's taking the fight to Okada. Nakamura is going to have to make him pay for that as he lands a knee to the head of Sting. And what a tag matchup this is. And this will not be the last tag match on tonight's card, as the Hart brothers will take on the Bleached Beasts, the tag comprising Hulk Hogan and Dusty Rhodes. That should be a very interesting matchup for certain. And a nice top rope elbow there by Sting. A jumping DDT. No worker has been able to get the upper hand yet. It's hard to tell when and if someone's going to be able to pull this matchup out. Sting really putting it all on the line. I think as a champion, he feels obligated to really put his best foot forward. The last thing you want is to win a title and then lose the next week afterwards, regardless of whether he loses the title with it. Sting is fired up. And we know Sting has had a great rivalry, easy for me to say, against the Great Muta, who took part in the opening matchup, the opening fatal foursome. But has he ever faced a superstar the likes of the charismatic Shinsuke Nakamura? And to expound upon that, someone as technically profound as Okada. I mean, these are two of the most exciting and promising Japanese superstars. Okada's on the outside. No threat of being counted out there as he gets back in immediately and lands another heel kick to the back of Sting's head. Sting unfazed. He's going to tag in the Warrior in hopes of closing this matchup out. He's going to go for a splash. And another low blow by Shinsuke. He's trying to stay in this matchup by any means necessary. You can see Sting and Warrior feed off the crowd so heavily. Warrior definitely has the advantage. Is he going to be able to finish this matchup, however? Okada and Nakamura certainly just don't want to lose. And Sting easily breaks up that pinfall. We have less than 5 minutes left. And I am certainly very doubtful that either team will be able to get the upper hand or really take a swing for the fences, so to speak. Close this one out, as they have both been very evenly matched. But this could be it, and it is! The Warrior wins via bear hug as he makes Okada submit in a tremendous tag matchup in our second match of the evening. Our next matchup will be Flair going up against Inoki. So be sure to stay tuned for that matchup, as they very well could be fighting for #1 contendership of some title one way or another, or at least building the resume for one. So again, stay tuned for the rest of the card.